The impact of social disconnection is strong, stronger than we anticipate, so strong that in many cases, it's even more impactful than our genetics. But there's also another side to this, another discussion that often gets lost behind these statistics and understandable concerns.
One woman who has spent a decade researching friendships.
Dr. Kirmayer, welcome to Call Her Daddy. You are a clinical psychologist and a friend expert.
Say hello to friendship researcher,
Dr. Miriam Kirmayer. I'm a clinical psychologist and friendship expert, and I'm an international speaker on the power of human connection and social well-being.
I've never heard of a friendship researcher, so why did you get into this?
The truth is, it all started with a lie. I was involved in research where we looked at the development of lie telling. I began researching young adult and adult friendship, and very early on it became clear to me that so many people have questions about these relationships, but we're just not talking about them as much as we are romantic relationships or dating. My work as a clinical psychologist and my therapy practice definitely inform the work that I do as a speaker and as a consultant for organizations who are looking to invest in their people's well-being. And so a big part of what I do is I lay out a roadmap and share foundational skills and practical strategies and meaningful mindset shifts that really help individuals, teams, and organizations to create stronger connections and turn everyday exchanges into opportunities for greater connection and belonging. Researchers have actually been able to quantify the impact of loneliness on our physical health. And what we see is that it's actually equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And that's a statistic that's often very shocking, right? Because we see loneliness as something that's unpleasant or undesirable, but we don't actually recognize the magnitude. So when we feel socially disconnected at work, we're more at risk for greater stress, burnout, anxiety, depression. We're more likely to quit. We're more likely to be looking for other jobs. We're less likely to be engaged. We're less productive. And so there really are costly consequences for organizations as well. The flip side of this, of course, is that there are benefits to feeling socially connected, especially at work. One of the areas that I'm really passionate about is helping organizations to build powerful cultures of belonging. Very often, we need to deliver challenging feedback to somebody at work, and we don't really know how to do that in a way that's going to be both effective and also considerate. We really need to think about being intentional with how we speak with our friends and making time for quality time like we do with our partners. And again, that sounds really simple, but up to 50% of our friendships are not reciprocated. So I think that we're friends, but somebody might not actually agree.
Wow, 50%, that's wow.
And so that work is really about centering social connection in all of our lives and helping people to really understand, again, that idea that our friendships and our connections aren't just a nicety, they really are a necessity. The same way that thirst is our body's way of telling us that we need to grab a glass of water, loneliness exists as a reminder of our fundamental biological need to belong. And that goes for our personal connections and friendships, but also our relationships at work. How can we become more effective mentors and leaders and be able to deliver feedback in a way that's actually going to allow it to be integrated and lead to personal growth? So one of the great pleasures of this work is being able to hear from people who have attended some of these talks, who then share their stories of how they have made a new connection, strengthened an existing one, rekindled a past connection with an old friend.
Miriam, such good advice. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Miriam.
My goal is always to have people not only learn about the science of connection, but to leave actually feeling connected. And if it feels like a lot, what I want you to remember is that you are very much worthy of meaningful friendships. And meaningful friendships are worth the effort.